Good morning, everyone who is joining us either on Facebook Live on the Center for Business Growth and Innovation Facebook page and the Advance Iowa Facebook page, or in Zoom. We appreciate you being here with us this morning as we continue to talk about what everyone has been seeing and hearing in the news, at home, and in your business. We're sort of in an unprecedented time as our country is dealing with our response to the COVID-19 virus. So good morning. My name is Patrick Linsman. I'm a Senior Program Manager at the Center for Business Growth and Innovation at the University of Northern Iowa. I'm joined today, and I'll let them introduce themselves in just a second. So at CBGI and Advance Iowa, we work with companies all across the state of Iowa on a variety of different business issues, topics, and planning. I've got two of my team members here with me today. First, we've got Ricky. Ricky, go ahead and say hi to everybody.
Hi guys, I'm Ricky Alford. I coordinate our marketing efforts for Center for Business Growth and Innovation and also Advance Iowa.
CBGI and Advance Iowa, we work with. One of you is playing my live stream in the background, so you're hearing it again. And then down there, we've got Mark Herman.
Good morning, I'm here. Am I over talking anybody?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I work with a department within the Advance Iowa that deals with the CEOs and some of the challenges they face. We have meetings every month and we do that throughout Eastern Iowa. I've been doing it for now 4 years.
Awesome. So we wanted to take a brief moment this morning to really just talk about what's happening for your business, for your family, kind of for everyone. The coronavirus, or COVID-19, as it's named, has been is an official pandemic, as everyone knows, that is spread from all parts of the world and hit various countries in different ways. It is now affecting pretty much every corner of the United States, where state governments and the federal government have been continuing to have closures for certain types of businesses. Schools, most schools are closed. We're seeing shelter in place in various places along the coast. So from our center here, we just wanted to talk about, the impacts that those are having. We're in unknown territory in terms of what's going to happen next with the economy and with the businesses. And so what we're wanting to talk about today is a little bit about our services, and then a series that we're kicking off with this webinar of twice a day, quick hitting, topically relevant live webinars with different content experts from around the state of Iowa, where you'll be able to ask questions and hear from them on different strategies regarding your business in response to this crisis. So our series is going to be, as you see there, coping with COVID-19, creative solutions for your business. As you can tell, we're all coming to you live from our homes throughout Northeast Iowa. We're all on remote work. And so every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., we're going to be hosting these live topics. It's going to be streamed live on Zoom and on Facebook. Free to attend, free to sign up. You don't even have to register. You can just come and join us and ask questions and talk to other people, and hopefully learn a couple of things about what's happening in the world today. So it's tough out there. So I'm going to toss it over
Patrick?
I'm going to toss over to Mark real quick, and okay. I'm going to let him talk a little bit about some of the responses that he's seen and people that he's talked to, and talk a little bit about what we're looking to do to be able to help them.
Okay. Yeah, Since I've been working with CEOs and businesses now through the university for 4 years, a lot of things have come across our conversations. And of course, today, this is an extremely tough time for businesses with their employees. A lot of these businesses are very close to their employees, and it's heartbreaking for them to have to lay people off and see the difficulties that are created by these employees not having a regular income. I did want to share with you something that we recently discussed among our CEO groups for all of you who are in business and are wondering how to make best use of your employees. And there are programs, as you know, coming out through the state of Iowa and also federally supporting businesses in the future. This challenge may go on for a while. And so in one of our cases, in talking with a CEO, she lost most all of her business in the last 2 weeks, and she was devastated by that. In a discussion that we had, we realized that she's got talent. She just needs to repurpose that talent. And so they sat down and started putting their heads together as an employee group, smaller company. And they started coming up with ideas on how they could provide some services to other organizations that had a need. And I don't have the final answer today. I wish I did, honestly, but I will soon. She is in the midst of making some changes. And the other day she reported she was extremely excited about being able to keep the majority of her workforce, and that they were going to have an opportunity to really make a contribution, not only to her organization, which they're a part of, but to some people that they've never interacted with in the past. So the bottom line here, I think, for what I'm hearing in some cases, is to find ways to repurpose your employees. They have skills. Maybe there's other things they can do for another company temporarily. I've seen this kind of thing in the past where some employees have been shared by other accounts in the same community. When things go back to normal, they switch back to their regular employee. That's always discussed in advance. I think being in Iowa, we're very blessed to have an environment that is conducive to maybe doing some of these things. And so I strongly suggest that you reach out to your fellow employers in your area and put your heads together and come up with some ideas. I would also like to mention that we have CEO groups that are meeting in Eastern Iowa, and we soon will have a group in the corridor, which is basically going to be for us, anybody, any company that is in the Waterloo, Cedar Falls area, Cedar Rapids, and then in Iowa City. We will have some meetings that will be put on as sort of a demonstration. So CEOs who have not participated in any of these peer group discussions would have an opportunity to see how it's done. Our dates are in April, are going to be April 14th, 17th, and 28th. If you have an interest to know more about this, you should email me. And Patrick, can we get an email address up there at some point, or is that possible?
I got you, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky's got it.
It'll be up there in a second. Let me know. We are limited. These are confidential meetings that we are doing virtually. Normally, these are face-to-face. And the situation we have right now dictates this is the only way we can do it. So it'll be new for us. I've had a chance to do 2 of these, and each time I see that maybe I'm getting a little better at it, but it's a learning curve for all of us. And if you have an interest to see what this is like, let me know. And our group will be limited to 12 to 15 CEOs, but that's why we're having multiple sessions that will continue through April and May. And that will give as many people who are interested the opportunity to be part of this experience. So keep that in mind as you look at your days. I know you folks are busy with a lot of things going on, but this would be one of those things that you could step away for a few minutes and get an understanding of what other CEOs are doing in the area to work together to help solve some of their problems. For now, I think that's all I have to add.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark. So I think in the interest of this, where we're coming from at the University of Northern Iowa, we're here to continue to support your businesses with our various services, someone to talk to. We're rolling out some planning during the disruption periods where we can help you continue to think about what does business look like during, but then also after this pandemic is done. Not to belabor the point, these are gonna be very informal conversations that we're hosting here on Zoom and on Facebook Live. So feel free if you have questions. Real quick, Ricky is going to talk a little bit about our schedule that's coming up with some of the topics and the people that we're hosting them with. You'll be able to find them all on the advanceiowa.com, the Center for Business Growth and Innovation's website, and also on our Facebook pages. And they're going to be every day at 10 and 2 for half an hour or less. So Ricky's going to talk about our schedule, and then I'm going to talk really quickly about some other resources that have been released from the governor's office, Governor Kim Reynolds in Iowa, and then we'll let you get back to your day.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick. So like Patrick said, we have a list of topics coming up this afternoon. Josh McNary is going to be talking about managing a virtual work staff. He works with remote workers, and so this is nothing new for him, and he's going to give us some tips and tools for how we can work with them. Later, we have COVID-19 and unemployment law changes, flexibility and productivity during COVID. The SBA will talk about some of the rumors and myths that everybody has been hearing. And then we're going to round off our week with a finances webinar. These are always changing, and if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, please let us know, and we will try and find somebody, or if we don't know, to give you a hand and help you out.
Awesome.
Hey,
So,
Patrick, I wanted to mention both to you guys that, I've been reviewing these topics that you put together, and I absolutely think they're very relevant to our business owners, and would be something that I would certainly, again, encourage anybody to sign in. Or do they have to sign in?
they don't have to sign in, just finding the link. So the links are going to be up on Facebook, up on our websites. We're not asking for anybody's information. We just want to be able to have some conversations throughout the day on topics that are relevant to businesses.
Okay. Yeah, I just think they're very worth the time spent. They'll be to the point, but the topics are very relevant.
Awesome. Well, we're going to try and keep these to also within a 20-ish, 30-ish minute time frame. This one's going to be quick today. We know there's lots of information coming at you. So we very much appreciate and value your interest in checking this out with us. We've seen tremendous responses from communities and organizations all across the state to really come together during what is a very difficult time for everyone. And we're excited to see how we can continue to build and work together to overcome this. Eventually, I'm told we'll get to the other side when we can leave our quarantined houses and not be so socially distanced anymore. And we're really looking forward to when we can do that again. But in the meantime, we've got a tremendous amount of support and resources. One is the governor did announce on Friday a small business grant program. and that is available through an application that's on the Iowa Economic Development Authority's website, and it's a pretty quick turnaround. So if last I saw, I believe the deadline is the end of March, so just a week from today. The SBA is now offering the disaster loans. Tremendous amount of. And they are offering sources. One is the governor did announce on. I think I was coming through again. Sorry about that. So we've got the SBA is hosting a couple webinars in Iowa Wednesday and Thursday at 2:30. That you can go check out on the SBA recovery and disaster loans. We're also hosting our own on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. With Dave Lintel to talk about what the opportunities are there. Continue to check in. We'll be sending out some updates and trying to collect as many of these resources onto our various web pages, try and create those one-stop places to go and find information. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. Our team is working to be sounding boards, connect you with resources, and provide you the support that you need during this time. And know that we're here working remotely from the comfort of our own homes to be able to continue to help you think through how to operate and run your business during the pandemic. With that, we're going to wrap up this one for this morning, and I made it within my 20-minute window, so I'm excited about that. Working remotely. So
Can Patrick or
yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Ricky, could we get my email address up there in case someone would like to email me in regards to those CEO demonstrations?
Mark is his email. Your email is in the chat box. So if you are interested in reaching out to Mark about some peer groups, peer conversations for CEOs, be sure to reach out to him.
Okay.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook. We've got it both on the Advance Iowa and the Center for Business Growth and Innovation Facebook pages, on our websites, and emails.
And for those of you that are listening live through Facebook channels, you probably cannot see the chat. If you go to advanceiowa.com, you will be able to find Mark Herman's email address under the Contact Us page.
That's true. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we will be back again live today at 2 p.m. With Josh McNary. We're going to have a conversation around remote working, which we're all probably tired of virtual meetings yet, but we've got a couple more weeks of this now. But Josh is going to be able to talk about how you can continue to connect with your employees, or as an employee, how you can continue to be an effective remote worker using technology to be able to continue to conduct business, reaching your suppliers and customers, and making sure that your employees are being productive. So look forward to seeing you back here at 2, and then we'll be live once again every day this week at 10 and 2, bringing you different topics all around coping with COVID-19, some creative solutions for you and your business. Thank you everybody for signing in with us this morning. We're going to go ahead and stop it here, turn my video off. All of these throughout the week are going to be recorded and archived, and they will be available for you to find and watch on YouTube, on this Advance Iowa and the Center for Business Growth and Innovation Facebook page. With that, we're going to end the meeting, and we will see everyone back here at 2 p.m. Thank you, and stay safe out there.